Now this is a rather unique radio. Don't think I've ever seen a picture frame radio before. Pretty rare. I don't think they made a whole bunch of these. I don't know. I couldn't find a whole bunch of information on them. This one's got a slight warp to the picture right here. You can tell it's been stored in like a garage, possibly. And the radio looks like it's mounted in here kind of loose a little bit. No numbers around the dial for tuning. Really a novelty item. The speaker is down here. The speaker sits in the bottom. Here's the grill opening down here. The cord on it is in still pretty pliable, so maybe it's been replaced, but looking at it, if it got replaced, it was replaced a long time ago because it's non-polarized. It looks pretty old. Electrical cable seems like it's in good condition. It's got a really... the frame itself has got some, like a funky new style. I'm not sure how to explain this, but like splattered paint, like strings of paint on it. Strings of paint were flung on the frame. Let's see if we can't get a better look at this in the... Yeah, I knew that light was gonna make it, so I couldn't show you. There. I don't know if this is original or not, if that's the way it's supposed to be. I think it's a pretty unique radio. I don't think you're going to see one of these every day. Not very often. Let's raise that light up a little bit. I want to show you the back. This one's complete. It's got, at least I believe it is complete. It's got the back on it. Let's get a good look at that. If the information was filled in here, it's worn off. I don't even feel like where they wrote on it in pen, like the model number or anything, or the date. It's an Audio-Vista radio. Manufactured by the Kinro Corporation. Fredonia, Wisconsin. Fredonia, Wisconsin. I don't know how to pronounce that. But it's all here. I wonder what these holes are for. There's one. Well, let's widen out. There's a hole here. There's a hole here. And a hole here. I'm not sure. And you can see where somebody has hung it. Here. At least that looks like where somebody would. That's where I would have hung it with a wire. You know, put a wire across here pretty tight. Kind of see where it was. That's the way I would have hung it. So, pretty interesting radio. The guy I got it from says it works. I don't know if I want to plug it in and try. I want to look at the condition of the capacitors and the wiring and stuff inside of it. So, let's flip it back around so you can see the front of it one more time. Audio-Vista by the Kinro. Very interesting scene that they decided to put on this radio. with the ship and the tree in the foreground here. I'm not sure where this was supposed to be or what the, you know, because those don't look like fishing boats to me. They look like transports of some sort, like a sailboat, you know, sailboat transport, not fishing boat. So it's pretty interesting. I guess if a guy didn't really like the picture, you could change it. It wouldn't be that hard. You know, if you had a painting that you liked and you wanted to put it in here, I don't think it would be that big a deal, you know. You just mount it to a piece of, you know, thin piece of hardboard or something that's laying flat, drill the 2 holes and mount it in there. I don't know that I would do that, but, you know, it wouldn't be that big a deal to do, I don't think. Don't look like it'd be that hard. This one is kind of warped. If we look at this one, see how this, the edge of the painting sits real nice right here, down this edge. If we look at it from, if we turn it just a little bit here, you can see how this has got it's bent in right here. So I think I'm gonna have to figure out how to get this thing to lay flat. Gonna have to take this out of here and probably wet it down somehow and then put it in between something that's flat with some pressure and let it sit and dry. Hopefully it'll straighten back out. Maybe to get rid of this too, this high spot right here that you can't really see that well. Okay, we'll move on to another one. I got another one of these. It's got a different scene in it that I like better, and we'll take a look at that now. I'll go and get it. Here's the other Audio-Vista radio I have. I like this painting a lot better. It's in much better shape. It lays flat in here. It's got a little bit of damage right there. There's a little bit of a high spot there where the radio is, and that's got to be from heat. I'm guessing from the radio. Again, it has the speaker grill at the bottom down here. See if we can get that glare off of it some. Yeah, it's hard, but the I actually like the scene that they put on this one much better myself. I do enjoy that much better. The old wagon train heading west. Pardon me. There is some damage on this over here on this, like some sort of stripping. I know it's going to be really hard to show. Yeah, you can kind of see it there. It looks like something got on here that started dissolving the paint that's on this. You know, the frame of that other one's in much better shape, but the picture isn't in as good a shape. So, and that other one's got the back. So the thing to do might be to, the switch sounds like it works good. Let's widen out. The on-off switch, like on the other one, sounds good. The tuning feels it's not too bad. There's a little bit of stiffness in there, but not bad. Yeah, this frame's in a lot worse shape. I mean, you might just take the back off the other one and take the paint off of this and repaint it. But I don't know. I really don't know. We'll take a look at the back of this one. You can see how the picture is put in there. But seeing how that other one, the picture is bowed on this end, so that piece of wood might be missing. This piece of wood right here might be missing. You can see it's not on this side because of the radio. Not sure. And why would it have a wire antenna and a wound? Maybe this isn't an antenna. Maybe this is a transfer coil, a transformer coil. When I first looked at this, I thought this was the antenna, but it makes sense that maybe not. I'm not sure. We'll have to dig into this a little further. It's really small compared to the picture. I mean, they could have put a bigger radio in here, I guess, maybe. I don't know, or maybe lengthened it. It's kind of funny that the speaker's pointing forward, but there's an open grill at the bottom. I wonder what it sounds like. Some of them have locks, some of them don't. That's kind of weird that they would do that. I'm guessing from the tube styles, this is from the 60s. I'm assuming from the 60s. Late 50s, early 60s. Looks like only one IF can. 5 tubes. Electrolytic capacitor, I'm assuming. Tuning condenser, pretty small. It's very unique. I mean, the design is compact and fairly efficient, possibly. I don't know how well they work. This cord has definitely seen better days. So I'm assuming that other cord has been changed. Yeah, because this thing is really brittle. So, not really brittle, but it's fairly brittle. I wonder about this. If that's the antenna supposed to just lay in here, you know? A wire antenna. Well, eventually we'll take these apart and make them, you know, fairly good. I think it could make one really good one out of the two. Like I said, take the back off the other one and paint this frame, or take this out and put it in that other frame and put the back on it, and then see which radio works best and go with that. I don't know, that other one's a piece of paper that a guy could copy, that warranty paper on the back, and you could make a new back for this out of some hardboard, some 1/8 inch hardboard, and fix the frame, paint it the color that you want. I'm not a big fan of that splattered paint. Not a big fan of the splattered paint look myself. So we'll spin this around. Very unique. Let's take a look at one of these tubes. Oh, look at that. Somebody's been in here messing with this. I haven't touched this that much since I've gotten it, and I wonder if that's another IF can in the bottom, upside down. They didn't have room up here for the other IF can, so they mounted it upside down. We'll have to eventually look in there and see. K1 12BA6. We'll dig into this later better. Looks like it could use some cleaning. As you know, all these old radios do. Oh, come on. It's not that difficult, man. It's just a tube into a socket. There we go. The socket is nice and tight, so these haven't been out of here a whole bunch. But I'm wondering why they put locks on these and not locks on these. It seems very strange to me. Alright, let's spin it around so you can take another look at the picture. Pardon me. I really like the painting on this one. I wish it was a little better quality, you know, like maybe a Charles M. Russell or something. But then you wouldn't want to put holes in a Charles M. Russell, would you? Well, we'll take a look at another radio here in a minute. I got I've got 2 more that I want to show you. Maybe 3.